How you doing, Daniel? Good evening.
Yeah, I'm fine. All right. Good evening. How are you?
I'm fine. Before we jump into our topic today, which is
Yeah.
the our match preview, Manchester United will play Manchester City tomorrow, Community Shield. Anthony
Yes.
released a statement today. Very funny statement. Did you see it?
I've not seen it honestly. Like
Anthony
I've been at
said,
work. I've just seen it.
Anthony said this season will be totally different. Rest assured, you will hear the name Anthony in relation to goals and assists. Anthony is threatening us. He's coming in
So I
hot
think,
this
I
season.
think, I think, I think Ahmad's presence, Ahmad's goal return, Ahmad's addition at both ends of the pitch. Most people are applauding Ahmad's offensive prowess and failing to see his contribution in the defense. Ahmed, beyond what he brings, on the attacking front, what Ahmad brings to the team in terms of the defensive shape up, helping us in transition football from low blocks to high fast counter attacking and the effectiveness on the final third of the pitch and on the opposing end of the pitch is what most people really don't even see about Ahmad. Most people think Ahmad of just an amazing central attacking midfielder who is also comfortable playing out on the wide. That lad is a complete footballer. He's an endomorph. That lad has a lot of energy inside of him. He's the guy who is like, the longer he stays in a match, the stronger he becomes in the match, the more he adapts to the game. Like, he's a lad whom he keeps giving you, except it's totally an off day for him. So Anthony releasing that statement, I think for me, more than anything, it's in reaction to what is going on with Ahmad. I think he's more like embracing the challenge now to say that if I sat on the bench as much as I did last season, I think I'm going to sit much more this season because Sancho will be given opportunity to play. Rashford is going to be yearning to play. Garnacho, obviously, for a season and a half now, has become a fan favorite, club favorite. Højlund is going to be fighting Zexi. Ahmad is there. Or likes of Pelistri, I'm hoping for them to look for something for Pelistri. For me, if you ask me, I think
has to leave the club.
yeah, he has to leave the club. Yeah, I think so. So if you look at the front now, Rashi wants to play on the left, from the left. Garnacho wants to play from the left. Sancho wants to play from the left or anywhere about the central attacking place, which is going to be very difficult because of the presence of Bruno. So leaving a lot of competition on the right flank. So his major contribution, I'm talking Anthony's now, major opponent in that position, or his competitor, so to say, is Ahmad. And Ahmad is not looking like he's about to, switch off his the safety catch of his rifle. No, I think currently the safety catch of his rifle is wide open, and he has arranged different figures, figure 11, figure 13, figure 12, and the nigga is just firing everything. If you bring FN, he will fire. If you bring AK, he will fire. If you bring SMG, the lad is going blazing. And so far in the preseason, so far up until today, even in the games he didn't score, we saw his contribution, we saw his creation. Not just is he scoring, he's creating, he's assisting.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. I think Ahmad is the only winger. Ahmad is the only winger at Manchester United that thinks creativity first before shooting. Other wingers think shooting first before creating. But Ahmad thinks of creating first before shooting.
If what's it called? If Anthony is making such statements, so more than any other thing, I think it's just a reaction to what is going on currently with Ahmad. Ahmad's form, the coach coming out to say, look, Ahmad is ready. It's time. It's Ahmad's time. It's his turn. He's going to get a chance. Ahmad also coming out to say, all right, I ended the season well, picked up from where he stopped, last season during the preseason. A couple of interviews post-match, and he's like, I demand more from myself. I'm doing more from myself. I'm going to make ensure that the opportunity counts and all that. It's time for me. I've learned. I want to do. I want to express. So more than anything, he's not scaring us. We're going to be there to watch. It's him. It's his career. It's not a career actually. So it's he. But yeah, honestly, that fight. That is it. That competition. And I was listening to Paul Scholes, where I'm still not entirely exciting about the forthcoming season, and my reason is simple: the middle of the pack is still lacking. As much as
it was reported today that Manchester United are going back for Ugarte.
Not just Ugarte. I had they start with Fofana's representative and the club also 3 days ago. But I need to. Eriksen has no business in that roster up until date. Now, what's he still doing there? Look for a solution for Eriksen. One, I appreciate Scott McTominay. Yeah, he's kind of player who has his own surprise, whatever. But if you look at currently the crop of players we have on the offensive side, except they are all dead injured, Scott is not going to get an opportunity on the offensive side. And then you've got the likes of Mason Mount, who is going to be playing centrally this season in the middle of the park. We need a more technical midfielder. Scott is not, with all due respect to Scott, appreciating his contribution. He's a true Mancunian, and the Mancunian spirit is, residing inside of him. I understand all that. He's got the fire. He really wants to play for the club. He's Manchester United true and true. But at this juncture, going forward, if we're really saying that we want to move the club to, greater height, Eriksen has no business, in the roster for the 2024-2025 Premier League season. Scott McTominay has no business there because of Casemiro's qualities and then his wage. I can say, okay, it may be a struggle to disposing him, shipping him out of the club. So keep him one more season and see what happens. Now pair him with younger legs, either Ugarte, Fofana, whatever. But we need better. We keep saying Scott McTominay is athletic, but in all sincerity, after 25 minutes in any game, Scott McTominay is burnt out. We keep saying, he's physical. No, he doesn't run back. He doesn't have a reverse gear. He lacks a reverse gear. He doesn't know how to play with the ball, kind of opposing the ball. He doesn't know how to play with his chest, with his head. Positional awareness is lacking. Ball contribution, distribution is lacking. Look, yes, he comes in, second balls, boom, smash and grabs. And when games are very open, like likes of Leeds, maybe you're playing Leeds and Wolverhampton and those kind of games, he can come in with 1 goal, 2 goals. But when you are playing, look at the crop of teams currently in Premier League: Manchester City, Arsenal Football Club, Tottenham Hotspur, Newcastle, Aston Villa. Look at, there are a good 7-8 teams that are playing amazingly well. Fulham also. So look, you really don't have currently in Premier League those teams where you say, I'm just going to cruise. You're really not going to cruise again. I don't know if you understand where I'm coming from. So we don't need the like of Scott McTominay in the roster. With all due respect to him, understanding he's a true red and all that. I love the lad. I appreciate the lad, but I think it's time to move on. And we have to learn to detach emotions. If we really want to be critical and we say we want to build, we need this club to go, we have to begin to move away from emotions. And because there's a lot of issues in that roster. Let's remember that we're going again into the season without a left back because Luke Shaw is still not entirely fit. And he's not going to guarantee. He's not going to guarantee you 20 Premier League games this season. God help us, he doesn't go out injured within the first 2 months of the season.
Okay, and that brings me to my next question. Have you seen Ten Hag's press conference?
No.
Tomorrow's game?
No, I haven't. I'll still go on the update.
Let me tell you something. Luke Shaw.
I heard Luke Shaw is
a doubt.
Out. Maguire is
a doubt. Maguire is a doubt. Lindelof is a doubt.
Lindelof is a doubt.
Who does he want to start?
He's going to play with McFish and the younger lads or what? It's Johnny Evans again.
Martinez is not fully fit. Dalot is not fully fit. And I think he has to. The person is going to play at left back. It has to be Harry Amas. And Harry Amas against Bernardo Silva, man, it's not going to be funny.
If you ask me, I'll be very honest with you. Ariamas, maybe he did well against Arsenal, but against Liverpool. Yeah, I watched the game from start to finish. He did well against Mo Salah, but Bernardo is is the more intelligent, with all due respect to Mo Salah, but like Bernardo is a more intelligent player. Though he doesn't bring as much goals as Mo Salah, but he's a more brilliant player. Like, he's not even to be compared. He's a more brilliant player. He's a difficult, for me, aside Mo Salah's pace, Bernardo Silva, any given day, on the pitch, is a more dangerous, more difficult opponent for anybody to, stand up to. So that's what I'm saying. So, like, Tyler Malacia, we don't even know what's going on with his knee. When is he going to, like, nothing really. There's no hope. We still haven't fixed the most critical area of the pitch. We've got issues for the most part of last season, which is the defensive area entirely. So we are one injury, two injuries again. Lenny Yoro is out. We are mild injury again at any point of the season to Johnny Evans Maguire, Lindelof, Johnny Evans, Luke Shaw as a central back. Like, the entire chaos and the entire consistency as we saw last season. It's going to play out. And when it begins to play out, let's not pretend like we didn't know or we didn't anticipate it. No, because we saw this exactly last season. So, like, for me, I'm not entirely excited about the forthcoming season. Yeah, football is back on the screens, but I'm not entirely excited for Manchester. As long as Manchester United is concerned, rather, I'm not really excited. I don't think we'll have done an exciting job. Yes, we have been able to get players for way lesser wages and all that. We've been able to do a lot. I understand, but more than incomings, what I've been crying out throughout, the postseason is outings. We need outgoings. Eriksen has to leave the club. Scott McTominay has to leave the club. There have to be a solution for Luke Shaw and Tyler Malacia. Luke Shaw, if you're going to stay in the club, you're going to take a massive wage cut because you haven't contributed so much. Yeah, you're an outstanding player, whatever. You love the club, you want to play, you're an amazing competitor on a very good day, but
that's what I heard. They are negotiating with, they are in talks with this guy, Hermoso, the former Atletico Madrid defender.
Yeah.
They said he can play left centre back and left back.
Because for me, you see what I'm saying. This was why I was saying we shouldn't let what's it called, Wan-Bissaka off yet. Remember, I said not just yet, because if Wan-Bissaka can just bring you that strength on the right wing, while maybe you still move Diogo Dalot to the left wing until you're able to get sorted. Because if you're not sorted with Tyler Malacia and Luke Shaw, and obviously Harry Amas hasn't got much experience to man that position for the entirety of the season or for the most part of the season or for as long as, the senior players supposedly are out injured, the presence of Wan-Bissaka, and he really doesn't always get injured, and all that, he does well to stay fit and all that. So you could have Diogo on the left wing, but then the issue at the central back position, bro, that is chaos. I'm anticipating chaos this season, honestly, because let's not forget that we still don't have a solid CDM, no solid number Cs. Look, this is utter chaos because you are going to tire out. Look, there's a ticking time bomb in the middle of the park. How many games are we going to have Mason Mount running like a mad dog until he wears out?
Well, I don't think he's going to start every game.
No, because I'm just looking at the Casemiro. I'm looking at the entirety of the whole thing. Like, I'm saying, I just hope we have a better Casemiro this season. I just hope that we are more pragmatic, maybe not being shy to go on a low block, not being shy to play out on a double pivot. You understand what I'm saying? So, because in the middle of the park, Kobbie Mainoo, as amazing as he is on the ball, beautiful ball progressor, we all know that he's not the fastest person on the pitch.
Yes.
He doesn't have the braces in his legs. Yes. So you have players in the middle of the park who struggle with reverse gear because Bruno is going to drift away. Look, there is nothing you are going to do about it. Even if you watch the Portugal national team through the Euros, Bruno is going to find himself drifting high up. That is where he thrives. He is going to find himself 5 yards, 7 yards, 10 yards away, from the 18-yard box, just side by side with the central backs or the CDMs of the opposing side, and just close to our traffic, so that it's basically you are going to see that space. So we're still going to go.
The way you are sounding, you don't sound confident going into tomorrow's game.
I'm not. I said it. I'm not, and that is the truth. I'm not denying it. Look, I've seen it.
Both teams are not really up to speed now. So
that's not my concern. I care less about any other roster. To be fair, I care. Yes, I want to talk football. Yes, I want to analyze football. But if you're asking me about my football club, and I want to talk about the football club I so passionately do love and follow for well over how many years? 2 decades now plus. Look, Manchester United is everything for me. So if I'm going to talk Manchester United from a very candid position, I'll be very, very sincere to the best of my knowledge and to the best of what I see on the pitch. Because look, in the last 4 years, it's basically been rinse and repeat. It's basically been rinse and repeat. And I'm saying, if we're going into this season with exactly the same team, particularly at the number 6 position, the central back position, and the left back position, look, let's not expect anything better then. That's fact. That is fact. Look, teams are going to come for Manchester United this season. They're going to come for us for 2 obvious reasons. Firstly, because we're no longer the club we used to be. We're a shadow of ourselves. Firstly, and secondly, they're going to come to try out to sort of challenge the supposed team, beautiful Avengers team that have been put together by the Ineos. They're going to come to sort of challenge the architecture of the Ineos group. And so let's not expect that we are going to have to fight to impose our playing style against any team. And I tell people, look, we are in for another beautiful 2-3 seasons of chaos. It's beautiful. We have seen the trade incoming, but let's be very sincere. Teams are going to come to Old Trafford. Teams are going to host Manchester United, and they are going to look to shoot out Manchester United, run out Manchester United, challenge whatever it is Manchester United said they are building. You've got new assistant coaches in Van Nistelrooy and the other Dutchman. You've got a new goalkeeper. Yeah, you got a new goalkeeping coach in. You've got your goalkeeper. You've got a goalkeeper who say he wants to be a central attacking midfielder, and you've got a central forward who say he's a 9.5. Teams want to challenge you. Teams who are going to see you. Say you want to play. Obviously, that's your enhanced football. You want to be more offensive, more, on the front foot, and then you want to go and leave the back of your home naked, without legs. Lindelof again, Maguire again, Johnny Evans again. No left back that is fit. No number 6 that's got the legs to cover width and length. Let's be honest. Look, let's be honest. Arsenal is strengthening. Man City may be having exactly strengthening, but if we go by what football is, Man City is a formidable threat that before you are going to break them out, it's not just going to happen this season. They can be able to, as a result of the confidence that have been built over the last couple of seasons from winning. They will just come and have they can have a shitty day and win you 2 goals up. We saw it through the reigns of Alex Ferguson. Some days we go to play Stoke City at the Britannia. Stoke City rolls us out and we leave Britannia with 2-0. That just comes from one Valencia swing from the right wing. Boom, boom, it just happens. Some days you go to play Blackburn Rovers, and Blackburn Rovers in Old Trafford are racing everywhere and they are going 2 goals up. You have Fulham. City, Bar Arsenal, with all due respect to Manchester United, we're nothing close. And let's be very, very honest, we're nothing close.
And that is why these new guys came in to build the club now. So it's going to take time.
I'm saying it's not enough. I'm saying it's not enough. Look, I tell you, cut your losses, yeah? Cut your losses. I understand this is a business. Let these guys go so that you can bring in people.
Do you want them to just terminate their contracts?
No, cut losses, sack them. What are the men for their contract? What are
You
the
can't
merits
sack
of the
people for no
contract?
reason.
No, look, I understand, but like, what are the merits of their contract first? In Italy, we see them sack players. When we see them freeze out players and tell them, leave this club. Look, make those 10 decisions. We are too beautiful. It's an English thing generally. We just always want to pretend as though it's not hurting when it's actually pinching us to death. It's piercing to death. You don't have nothing. These players are not going to produce. Look, Lindelof is past his prime. Scott McTominay is past their prime. We have seen their best. They can't get better. Who you having them? Like, before the end of the season, you should have clearly started thinking, negotiating about whatever you're going to do with them. Are you calling Arab? Are you calling them? Just cut your losses. Scott McTominay has been, there's clubs are coming. I'm hearing 25 to 30 million. Cut your loss. The club, cut your loss and begin to build. Julian Alvarez is going for 75 million euros. Man City keeps making profits. We struggle to sell players.
The structure, Man City has a better structure than Manchester United.
So that's what I'm saying. Cut the loss. It's not cut the loss. Let them leave. And just getting these boys immediately. Cut the losses. You're not going to you're never going to squeeze out 30 to 35 million quid from no football club in the world for Scott McTominay. Neither are you going to do that for Eriksen. You're going to struggle to do that for Lindelof. Just maybe Maguire, you can be able to squeeze out a 35 to 40 million quid from Maguire. What are we saying? That's facts. So why are we keeping them dilly-dallying, there is no better deal. Cut the loss. Cut it. There is no hope for me so far this season. I'll be very honest with you. Okay. If we win games, I'm going to cheer. I'm going to cheer, right? I'm going to cheer. Win or lose, I'm Manchester United true and true. But I'll be very sincere that I'm not confident going into the forthcoming season. This weekend, we see what happens against Manchester City. If we are going to, I'm going to go into the game tomorrow, watching the game, just to see what the team is going to look like, how they are going to play in possession and out of possession, how they are going to, transit and all that. I'm just going to.
It's more or less a preseason game, but the band
I tell you something, right? Look, win it all. If they set a club against you and a fourth tier team, win it. You need to cultivate the winning mentality in that squad. It is lacking. For me, tomorrow, anything short of a win against Manchester United, for me, is bad. Against Manchester City, rather, for me, it's a terrible result. Once you set a trophy in front of Manchester United, I need Manchester United to win. Whatever, if you set a bowl as a trophy, win. I care less. If it's Sunday League, Manchester United, you're suited up, win. That's what I'm after, the winning mentality. I'm not going to talk down the Community Shield. I'm not going to say, it's a charity shield. Bullshit me. Win. Have that mentality. Win. Whatever is said before you, whomever is the opponent, big, small, not so big, in between, smash them. So, that's the mentality.
Finally, before we go, what are you expecting from Manchester United tomorrow? What possible outcome are you expecting? Do you see Manchester United winning? And
honestly, I think we a close game. I'm suspecting a pragmatic Manchester City because I'm expecting Pep to perform better than he did in the FA Cup final. I'm expecting a more pragmatic City side, and so I'm not expecting the goal margin, the goal difference to be large. So I'm thinking somewhere between a 2-1 Manchester City win tomorrow.
Man City win tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm expecting like a 2-0, 2-1 Manchester City win tomorrow. In all fairness, and I'm actually that's as a result of the issues around our central back. But if we're able to field at least 2 and maybe have one more senior defensive player on the bench,
these guys are available now. Martinez and Evans.
Johnny Evans. Yeah, I think maybe if we're going to be able to just maybe get Maguire on, or maybe just even on the bench or something, and then if that's going to be the case, then it's going to be like a very tight. It's going to be tighter than that. It could end in a draw or a Manchester United victory. But I expect Manchester United tomorrow, who's not going to be shy to play their football. That's what because that's what, if you look through the preseason, yeah. But I always say something. If you want to understand what the coach has been telling a squad to do during the preseason, watch what happens when the youths come on the pitch. So if you follow the preseason and you saw each time the whole massive substitution was done and the younger guys on the scene, you saw how they pressed with 5-7 men and they were quick to recover. So it just gives you, it helps you understand what has been said
in the dressing room.
In the dressing room, what they have been practicing all through the weeks, all the films they've been watching, all the sessions, tactical sessions they've been having. So sometimes these senior players are always very arrogant. They want to do things themselves, their ways and all that. But when you want to really see what the coach is saying or what the coach has been saying or the coaches have been saying, when you see the younger side. So if Manchester United are going to succeed tomorrow, particularly from the middle of the park forward, in pegging the City defenders, keeping them a bit lower in their own halves, then I think Manchester United is going to have a standard chance. But all things being equal, as at what we've got today on paper, I'll call a City win. As at what we've got on paper today, as at this moment, where we are currently, it's a City win for me.
Okay, now let's see how it goes. I'll see you after the game tomorrow for the fan reaction.
Yeah.
Viewers, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video. Thank you very much for joining me, Daniel. I'll see you tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. Bye, Ahmed. Yeah. Thanks for having me.